Hello, hi, and welcome back to my channel, you gorgeous people out there. If you have never seen my face before, hi, I'm Becci. It's nice to meet you and I hope you'll stick around for a while and enjoy my video. Yes, y'all, as you can see, I have a really cool new neon sign right here with my channel name. And I'm freaking excited about it. It was a birthday present, a late birthday present, because it came all the way from overseas, from the United States. I'm German, by the way, in case you didn't know. And it has so many different options too. You could like make it less light, or you can make it blink in all kinds of different ways. It's crazy, but so beautiful and I love it. Today is a really exciting video, a video I did not expect to film this way, but today I'm going to show you how to incubate crested gecko eggs and how to hatch your perfect little crestie baby. And it's not only going to be a how-to video, it's also just going to document how it happened for me and how chill, my female crestie, has become pregnant and started laying eggs, and how that looks, what they do, how long it takes. I'm going to tell you all about it in this video. So let's get to the first clip. This is my female crested gecko Chill, and I think she's pregnant. Oh no. I mean, I have a male too, and she is completely stuck in the substrate with her head. And that is what the females do before they lay their eggs in there, because they want to see if the substrate's humidity is high enough for the eggs to be healthy in there. So this looks a lot like she's pregnant because her head is like all in the substrate. Now she turned around and is just looking and sticking her tail into the mud. I don't know if she's already going to lay eggs. I doubt it, because usually they try out spots in the substrate days before they lay the eggs, but she looks a lot like she's going to lay eggs. I don't know. We'll see. So in the very first clip here, you can see how Chill is trying to bury herself in the ground of the terrarium, which means that she's looking for a place to lay the eggs. Other than morning geckos, crested geckos lay their eggs in the moist ground where the eggs don't dry out. It is pretty dangerous for unexperienced breeders like me to breed their cresties, which I wasn't aware of at first, and most people probably aren't aware of, because the eggs that cresties lay are so big. They're really huge, and if you see them, you couldn't imagine that they come out of such a small living. And that is why it is not rare for them to have a lot of complications when it comes to laying eggs, and one egg might get stuck in their body and they will die from poisoning, because the egg is going to go bad inside of their belly, and the mold and everything is going to get into their bloodstream, and it's going to be a very painful death. And that is what I was scared of with Chill at first, because she only laid one egg. Okay, y'all, there's news, and I am really shocked about these news, because if you can't tell, up here there's literally an egg, and it's a crested gecko. It's not a morning gecko or anything like this, so they don't lay eggs up there. They usually lay eggs in the substrate, in the earth, and I'm super confused, shocked, I don't really know, because this egg can't stick there. So whenever she moves, it's gonna fall, so I'm going to try to carefully remove it from there and then get back to you guys. I am so confused. I don't know what to do. Oh my goodness. This is, by the way, the next morning. She just started digging last night, so this is the next day, and she laid an egg up here. I'm so confused. I guess my gecko mama just didn't think this all through, and she just really wanted to copy the morning geckos that are right next to her, because they glue their eggs everywhere, and I guess she just watched them too often. I have no idea. Alright, so this is the egg. It doesn't look too good, to be honest. I don't know if it is at all something, and if it's going to hatch anytime or whatever, because it looks a little bit wrinkly and stuff. I'm going to make sure to keep it moist and warm enough, and then we'll see. I don't know. I hope it's gonna be okay. That one she laid in the air, which already meant that that was probably infertile, which it turned out it was. And it also didn't look good. But it was also the very first time she laid eggs, and that is very normal that they're unexperienced, they don't know what to do, and sometimes that can lead to complications too. Overall, crested geckos lay 2 eggs each batch.
In all the sources I can find, I only read that a crested gecko always lays 2 eggs, and honestly, I haven't been able to find a second one. And now this is the night after, and she's sticking her head into the substrate again. So she might actually not be done laying her eggs yet. I don't know how that works. I don't have any experience with that yet whatsoever. So, I mean, I guess she's not done laying yet. Alright, you all. Here you can see it has taken a while for the second egg to come, but here it is. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'll take it out and show you how I incubate it.
Whenever they lay eggs, they can save the sperm of their partner for up to 5 batches, which means overall they can lay 10 eggs from only mating once. And that is insane. You have to imagine how much this mother has to work and how much she has to give away from her nutrition and everything to produce the eggs in her body. And this doesn't stop over like half a year or even more, because it's always around a month break in between each batch, so it takes a very long time for it to end, and it's very stressful for the mothers. So you really have to make sure to provide them with enough calcium, enough vitamins, enough all kinds of foods, and obviously don't overfeed them, but definitely give them more than the male in that case, because they have to provide for so much more, and you really want to make sure she's not missing out on any calcium, because then she can die from missing certain things in her body, certain important nutrition. And I mean, I don't think you want your geckos to die, so please really be careful with that.
So for the incubation, I'm using this vermiculite substrate, incubation substrate. I'm using a cricket box with holes in it, and I'm filling some of the incubation substrate in there. I'm trying to get it to 3/4 because otherwise it can dry out real fast. As so, and then we're filling it up with warm water. And now, what is important, you don't want it wet, you only want it moist, so you're going to let the water rinse out again.
Make the water pretty warm so it's already a nice temperature for the egg to lay in.
Now it's moist. I'm pushing my finger in here for the egg.
Once the eggs are here, the eggs shouldn't be held warmer than 27 degrees Celsius and no lower than 20 to 23 degrees Celsius. So this is why I bought an incubator, so they can have a constant humidity and temperature that is regulated by the incubator. I found that very important, and again, it worked for me. And you don't have to buy such expensive ones. There are really like much cheaper ones too. I'm going to link all the products that I've used for the incubation, the incubator, the substrate and everything in the description box down below if you care. For me, for the first crestie that hatched was actually from the first batch that she laid, and it was the second egg that she laid and the first egg she ever buried in the ground. And I thought it looked so bad. It looked all crumbled up, all wrinkly and not clean white. It was a little bit yellowish. I was pretty sure it was going to mold or anything, but it didn't.
Alright, y'all. Never in a million years would I have thought that this would happen. One of the babies just hatched out of the egg from the first batch of laying eggs. So I'm going to rehome him real quick and keep you updated. This is the home I temporarily created for him. And here he is. Look at this cutie. I'm saying he as if I already know what gender he is, but I have no idea.
So don't give up on your eggs even if they don't look perfect, because this one worked out just fine, and look at how cute this baby boy or girl is that came out of it. Once the eggs are laid, you put them in the incubator, and then it takes around 8 weeks. For me, it was almost exactly 8 weeks that it took for this egg to hatch, and then we had this cute little baby hatchling. And right now, he or she is 5 days old, and I am currently trying to film another video for you guys to show you how I raise him and how to take care of him. If you care to see that, I'm willing to stretch it a little longer and keep you updated with my new family member. Yeah, so 8 weeks after the eggs are laid, if everything works out perfectly fine, if they're fertile, you will get a cute little crestie baby if the circumstances are right for the egg. It can take longer, it can take much less than that, but 8 weeks is just how it worked for me. And we might get another one soon too, who knows? We'll see about that. And that would be really, really exciting too if I could have 2 siblings that hatched. And now I want y'all to look at my newborn hatchling and look at him and please tell me unisex name suggestions, because I have no idea what to name him yet. I have thought about a lot of names. Currently my favorite is Brownie, because I think he has the color of a brownie, and I think it's a sweet name because he's sweet and a brownie is sweet, and it's silly because it's food, and I don't know, I think it just matches him or her. Then I thought about Coco, I thought about Joy, I thought about Miracle, I thought about Phoenix, I thought about Taxi, not Taxi like the car, okay, so that's already debunked because I just said it out loud and it sounds terrible. So I thought about a few names. If you like any of these a lot, please let me know, and if you found another one unisex name that you are really passionate about and like a lot, you want me to name him, please leave it down in the comments below. I would love to see it, and maybe I'll pick that one, who knows. And let me know if you, besides on how to incubate your crested gecko eggs, you also want to see how to raise your crested gecko hatchlings. Let me know if you want to see that video, and then I'll make it. And other than that, have a great rest of your day and week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye!